Sterling can fool you, but Sterling cannot fool me because whatever is happening to him once happened to me. I was in this great job. Was it even great? No, it wasn't great, but it was a job with a contract. And I kept complaining. I want out, I want out, I want out. And people kept telling me, you can just leave. Like, there's nothing hard with it. You just go put in a resigning letter. Is it called a resigning letter? And they just let you go. But what used to keep me there was the money, nothing else. The money, and I think it's the only thing keeping Sterling at Stanford because, and I don't know his thinking process. I think at his level, right now, as much as I'm not an ageist, Sterling is 30. There are very, very, very few 30-year old doing wing job. The only 30-year old that are still at the top, like in the top teams, but probably Casemiro. They're usually at the back, just waiting. The Van Dijk, the Allison, the Who, they're usually at the CB and at the goalkeeper. Some are usually in front, the Lewandowski, the Ronaldo, you know, but wing, wing back, wingers, center mids, box to box midfielder, it's huge. It's a huge task. It's a huge ask for anybody whose knees are telling them we need to chill. Like we need to go and sleep. We need to go and cool down. Cool down. It's late. We have worked for so long. Cool down. And I think Sterling knows that. Sterling knows that he's not going to play for a huge team right now. We have been saying this since 2023, since probably just a season or 6 months after we signed him. We were like, hey, somebody needs to come and save this brother from Premier League. Probably Al Ittihad, Al Nasser, Al Hilal, Al Shabab, Al anything. There's also another team called Grasshopper in Asia, which usually pays well. There were teams in Russia before, we started cutting ties. Like Moscow was saving a lot of people who are, going to their third decade. Now Sterling is here. Sterling knows no top team will want him, and it's only top team that will be paying for him that salary. He could play for a lower league team. Like he could go to Fulham, he could go to probably Panama. They might just take him. He will go to Burnley. Follow Kyle Walker to Burnley. Kyle Walker went to Burnley. Or follow all those. So some players even went to championship. Like John Terry at some point had to go to championship. Even Lampard had to go and play in championship. I think. I'm not sure, but I'm partly sure. You have to respect sometimes your age and your position. That's the worst thing about wingers. Like you get very, very accolades, but your time is very, very small. Even as much as Salah's been good, he won't be this season. He won't be next season. You have to respect. And I know Sterling is hustling. I know he knows. He knows like he's not going to get any. He will probably go to, Saudi Arabia. And that will be his most preferred destination, either Saudi Arabia or USA. They might just meet his asking salary. But I don't know what happened. I don't know why he's so adamant at staying. Is it because he has a lot of kids? I think he has like six, which I don't know. I don't want to talk about family matters. But I was just wondering because sometimes why would a player just know that you are not going to play for the next 5 months? Like September, October, November, December. You are not going to play. And there's a chance, if you don't go to January, you are going to stay here for 9 months without playing. And you just accept, just because you are getting 300 per week. Like you have been getting all this money. Like what have you, what's the hold up? Like, are you trying to be a billionaire? Like, are you trying to build villages? I would be, I will accept if he was an African guy, if he was money and is building schools and is like, I'm doing this thing for a lot of people. I'm doing this thing. I'm accepting not to play, just to earn, to fund schools and fund hospitals and fund. But if you're funding a family, you could reduce. You could accept and just play. And just play. You have already won everything. You are like 300 is money that most people, not even in, not just in this like entire world, like some people, if they earn 300K or pounds, I'm sure after tax is like maybe 180 or 190, or I'm not sure, but just above 100 pounds per year, they will be satisfied. There's no way you can be earning that money per week and feel like you are earning less. Like there's no way you can be earning 100 and feel like you are earning less. If Sterling can reduce just from 300 to 100 and play the ball, and especially go to a place where there's no pressure. A lot of people have done that. Even Mourinho right now has been saying that he wants to play for a team that has no, pressure for European, pressure for Champions League, and will just ball, and you'll have a cult following, and you'll do a lot of things, and probably you'll get more money doing endorsements and doing, because you have a cult at the stadium, than just staying 9 months training on yourself and then posting pictures where you say, I'm fit, I'm doing all these things, but we can see the tummy. We can see it's so hard. It's so hard to even lose weight when you are at a certain age. Like people need to respect the age. People need to have a certain kind of, and I know a lot of you will be coming here and blaming, oh, you don't know. I know Sterling. I know what he said is, but I'm just thinking like you're not making the right decision, because that money is so huge. Unless you are working for the mob, unless the mob are with your family saying you have to stay here and give us part of that money. But if it's not the mob, why? Like, why? Just go and play. Like, there's nothing more unfulfilling. What's the opposite of fulfilling? Like, there's nothing more than just staying there. Like you are being paid to train. Like at a certain point, you'll not be training. I'm so sure at a certain point, you'll not be training. Then you'll start eating burgers because you are stressed. And then you become another hazard, and you retire at 32 when you had the genetics. Because when somebody says you, he says, these are the people who have the genetics to play until they're 45 and just lie there. I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of, especially Africans, have your genetic, and you see them like you were born and they were still playing professional football. And you are here, you have stayed so much, you have lived along, and now the you are closing in on his age, and like this person is lying, he's 45, but he's still like running on the wings. And I feel Sterling has those genetics, but he's just not using it. It's not yeah, his decision making is not the right, especially at this moment. He might be, the talent might have, gone with Guardiola. Guardiola usually, I don't know. It's like he takes all the talent from people, then he splits them. The talent might be go, but you still have a name. You can do something like. Sterling, stop, 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 stop staying in Stamford. They don't want you. The fans don't want you. The management do not want you. Nobody wants you there. And you are still adamant of staying there. That's like not knowing when to leave a relationship. It's that bad. It's not good. It's not good. It has to stop.